Hey, good morning. Day 4. I'm in Mount Laguna. I stayed in a little motel room over here last night. And on account of this weather, I'm going to take another zero today, or a zero today, which I didn't want to, but they're up the forecast to about 10 inches, 7 to 10 inches. We're at 5,900 feet now. It's not hugely cold, which may make it worse because I think the snow's a little wet. But yeah, so I'll stay here today and get some resupply and head out tomorrow morning. But it is beautiful, but I know spring should be here, and I'd rather it not be like this. See you later. Hey guys, this is day 4. It's Wednesday, March 18th. I'm in Mount Laguna and haven't traveled at all today. If you look outside the room, it had stopped for a while, but now it's snowing again. I think we're supposed to get like 7 to 10 inches today, and for most of the day, even the TV didn't work, but it's worked now because the snow gets on the satellite dish. In any case, sitting around, bored, very bored, and kind of obsessed with this coronavirus thing because there's so much messaging about staying home, sheltering in place, and feeling terribly guilty about it. And I've been feeling guilty about this for a month. And you know, a month ago I was anxious, saying, should I go? Should I stay? What about my wife? My wife and my family members who live in the area, elderly relatives. And, throughout the month before the trip, I was thinking the same. Even when we left the house at 3:15 in the morning, I was thinking the same, for my wife to drop me off at the airport. And I hit the trail, and frankly, I felt great because I was on the trail hiking with other hikers. And, even though the conditions weren't perfect, it was, a little rainy and cold, but we're out hiking, and that's what we all came out here to do. And so we're in a little positive bubble. I got into Camp Laguna, which is at elevation 5,900 feet yesterday, and spent the night. And then I took a zero today, a second night here at this austere hotel. I will send you some pictures of this. There's more. And watching TV for the half the day that we had television reception was very depressing, and looking at on the internet and Facebook was very depressing because of the growth of the coronavirus in the United States and elsewhere, and knowing that so many people were being infected and so many unfortunately people were passing and dying from this terrible disease. So I spent a lot of time thinking about it. I called my wife, and and she said some things that frankly I'd been thinking as well, and that are causing me to continue to stay on the trail, is that we as hikers are largely sheltering in place in our tents on the trail, and we're not hiking holding hands. We're camping in our own separate tents. Every 4 to 5 days we're going someplace to get food, and if you're at home sheltering in place, you're doing the same. So my conclusion is I'm doing no more harm to myself or to the country and fellow hikers than in being out here than if I was staying at home. I know these conditions may not persist. It's well stocked here at Mount Laguna, and I've heard the same of Julian and some trail towns ahead. Obviously, if things get to a point where they're no longer stocked, we'll go hungry, and then we'll be asking for a ride to the airport, I suppose, to get someplace. But for now, I'm just going to continue. And I am here today because we have more hikers in town that have come in out of the bad weather than that might have otherwise just grabbed some food and moved on. So we're all sharing rooms. We've got people on floors and such, and I'm here with my good friend Clary, who I'll let her introduce herself and give her story as well.
Yeah, hi, I'm Clary. I'm from Germany, though. I'm really lucky that I still made it into the States before the lockdown. So I was flying in 9th of March, even though I was only starting on 15th. And so far I was really, really fortunate. Like, I was staying with couch surfers in Los Angeles and San Diego, and they were so helpful and still so open, even though they were like a little hesitant about the coronavirus. But yeah, I mean, we're a big community. We just try to like support each other, and that's what was my experience so far out on trail. Like, I mean, I was concerned if I should go back home, if I like this is like a long flight. It's not an easy decision. I cannot just go home for a month and then return. This is like an intercontinental flight, so big hustle. And I'm just like really happy to see that still some stores are open, that people out there to support us. Today I was actually trying to get out of Mount Laguna with 3 other hikers, but after 6 miles we just like took a hitch back because it was such a miserable snowstorm out there. And yeah, we were so cold, and we just didn't want to get sick or even worse. So we just returned. I'm happy I'm with Bob now, because like the place is full. All the rooms are taken, all lodges are full. And yeah, it's awesome that we can support each other. Yeah, tomorrow I guess we'll try to get out of here and really hit the trail and push hard. But there's tons of snow coming up, and we really need the support of the like resupply cities and towns around, and maybe trail angels for a little ride into Julian or so. So I hope things are staying all right and people are not gonna get mad at the hikers. Yeah, because we're not bad people. We're just doing what we love to do, what we've been planning to do for like a year or so.
And we're not infecting anyone.
And we're not actively coming close to anyone.
We're no more contagious on the trail
than anyone taking a walk at home. Like we've seen the pictures of the medias where people were like being on the beach and crowding up there in Florida, or taking a jog or walk in the park in San Diego or LA. And that's exactly what we do. We just take walks. Sometimes, yeah, we have to stay inside like today, but we're not a risk to anyone. So I don't see a point of quitting trail if we don't have to. Yeah, I guess I'll give this back to you. Thanks for giving me a minute.
Well, that's your moment of fame for the relatively low number of people. But people who watch my vlog, which I greatly appreciate, and I appreciate your insights, and frankly, I appreciate your opinions. Some people have said I should be getting the hell off the trail. I appreciate that, and I, as I've said, I've really been doing soul searching on this, and I don't know that it's any more dangerous. I don't believe so at this juncture to be on the trail and every week or so in a shelter or something than if we were at home. So maybe if my opinion changes or the facts change, then I'll react to that, because certainly I think the folks that are out here are all ethical people and want to do the best for the community and the nation and the world. So that's it for now, and that's today's update on day 4 of the PCT. Talk to you soon, guys.